I'm always ready.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I'm Sir Joseph and this is Rouge Trader. We have found Cassia and got her to join us. I went ahead and leveled her up. We're going to do a little bit of looting, a little bit of exploring, and then head out. This painting was rendered by several different hands, timid, uncertain. Lines and are interlaced with rough and furious strokes coming together in arcane shapes. While no one appears to be living in the cage, somebody still filled the trough with dried fruit and fresh water. Okay.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
The Lady Navigator's private library is brimming with essays, novels, and personal accounts from trailblazers and explorers of the Imperium. The luxurious feast was left untouched. Alright, I guess we're heading out. Leave the station, head to the bridge.
Victory awaits.
Alright, back to our ship, then we've got that unknown ship to explore, and then go talk to the Governor, I guess. And whatever this is. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first... Your heart starts beating furiously, your breaths come short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. Without even looking at the Vox Master, Cassia waves her way. First, I wish to speak with the Rouge Trader. Leave us. Of course. When you are ready for the ritual, please let me know. Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Vigdis, then, lowering her lashes slightly, turns towards you. What do you wish to speak to me about? Before I begin the ritual, I wish to look once again into the eyes of the man whose fame is so great it managed to penetrate the impregnable walls of Uric 5 long before we ever met. It truly is you, Ignatius, the person the whole Expanse and Calaxis sector are talking about, and now a rogue trader as well. After a few seconds hesitation, Cassia lets out a small exhale and then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. But now, Cassia throws back her shoulders, I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. I shall ensure that all necessary supplies are delivered to the Sanctum Navis. Cassia nods and thanks. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is open. More people talking. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. The Voxcaster in the Sanctum Navis picks up the susurration of clothes, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence, initiating communion ritual. You hear the exalt ring of metal freed from its scabbard. Then the stifled gasp as the Lady Navigator, the rhythmic drip of liquids on canvas, and the faint whisper of a brush. I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance. A storm rising above foaming waters, armadas drowning in fogs. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her? No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The ruler is gone. The Voxmaster recoils at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Cassia, are you all right in there? Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. That doesn't sound good. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw in the strain, and then sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rite, as it was with her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the sanctum after the ritual, or what's left of them. Rogue Trader, I feel that I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me forward, or onward. The way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric, and metallic clicking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel did not allow me to breathe freely, even for a second. It was as if the depths of the spirit of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. Lord Captain, congratulations in acquiring a navigator. Spare me a few moments of your time, please. There are several matters that require attention. First of all, I want to report on the condition of the station, Uric 5. Regrettably, we arrived too late to evacuate the residents of the station. The warp disruptions affecting Uric 5 twisted the bodies and minds of the attendants. The corruption failed to affect Lady Cassia, thank the Emperor. The navigators are trained to resist the Imperium's pull. I would also like to remind you that Governor Medina is still waiting to talk to you in his command center. I still have business in this system. Inform the governor that he will have to wait. As it pleases you, Lord Captain. Alright, so we didn't go here. Let's go here too. Unidentified void ship. Augurs notice a large object among the lifeless rocks covering the planet. A void ship, whose signature and origin are impossible to identify from orbit, is resting on the edge of a deep ravine. The hull of the unidentified vessel is severely damaged. Rocks around it shattered by the force of the gigantic machine's crash landing. The augurs haven't detected any vital signs aboard or near the vessel. Send a squad to the planet to explore the void ship. The landing party reports via Vox as soon as they touch down. The colossal void ship before them is covered with spikes. It resembles a morbid beast sculpted from darkness itself, menacingly hanging over the ravine. An experienced veteran accurately determines the origin of the unholy vessel. It belongs to the Xenos race called Drukari. Ready to collapse at any moment, the void ship emits a long woeful creak as if promising to drag along into the abyss below anyone who dares disturb its slumber. Man, reading is hard today, as it is every day, it seems like. Abelard suggests finding out what Xenos are doing here on Rekard's system. Taking heed of the Seneschal's recommendations, the Rogue Trader orders to send more people to the planet. After 2 watches of hard labor, the workers managed to stabilize the Drukhari void ship. The soldiers who entered the vessel were met with lifeless bodies of Xenos who had died when the void ship crashed. The void ship itself followed its abominable nature, came to life, immediately craving to sate its wicked appetite for human death. The vessel's systems have reacted to the intruders, and senselessly cruel, deadly traps have been activated on all decks. Monstrous contraptions designed to mince, rip apart, and incinerate their victims took the soldiers by surprise, but were neutralized before the squad suffered significant losses. The soldiers found several curious pieces of xenotech on the sinister ship, but no data that could shed some light on what came of the Ricard, why they came to the Ricard system. Let's see, assortment of Drukhari barbed needles, Drukhari shatter shard, venom blade, blast pistol, monofilament grenades, and experience points. Okay. So we got an unidentified void ship now. Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia to the deck. Pardon me.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
The Lady Navigator is engrossed in pursuing the dusty tomes, which appear to have been neglected by the other officers. But be it because of sloth or dullness of mind. When you walk closer, Cassia looks up at you, starts, and hides a withered book behind her back. I see you were fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
Cassia carefully shows you the book, which turns out to be a collection of works by a Cadian naval commander and poet, Elias Quent. I'm sure I totally butchered that name.
Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Cassia gently brushes the dust off the cover with her thin, clawed hands, her eyes filled with a longing after reminiscing about her lost home. The events that took place on Urak 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Cassia's response is reserved and pointedly decorous, clearly intended to create a distance between you. Are you satisfied with your new attendants?
Your servants are somewhat sluggish when it comes to attending a noblewoman of the Navis nobility, but they are quite tolerable. Thank you for your concern.
Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the adornment on her forehead, then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of navigators often becomes the topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is clear that she does not feel comfortable aboard a ship teeming with new people. I hope you've had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting.
Cassia tosses her head back and straightens.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
After an awkward silence, Cassia frowns and purses her lips.
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Frightened by her own words, Cassia covers her mouth, pales, blushes, then pales again, and hides her face behind a cascade of snow-white hair. You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad, and it is just as natural to share them with others.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
The primness of her expression cracks, revealing a great wariness beneath. She places a hand on her breastplate.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
I understand what you were going through. My own life was turned upside down not long ago.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
She glances around the room. growing somewhat sheepish. Perhaps my people did not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
Plenty of opportunity to try to court her, I saw. All right. Back to that ship. The Vox crackles to life, and Master Helmsman Ravor addresses you. What we have here, Lord Captain, it is not very noticeable, but there's a void ship sitting in the local asteroid belt. It sure is quiet, like it's huddled up there on purpose. It's not like I'm surprised. The thing is more scrap heap than ship at this point. Somebody sure went to town on it. We are registering critical damage on the hull and depressurization of several compartments. Oh, there's an incoming transmission now, too. Hear us? The void transmission hisses and abruptly cuts to static. Do not require assistance. Pete, do not require assistance. Copy? The voice relays a different voice. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? Or protects. Lord Captain, I am told our augurs cannot determine the allegiance of this vessel. To be brief, there is an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid belt near the Ricadi Filia colony that is refusing help, which, not to put to a fine point, has not yet been offered to them. Ravor, can we establish communication? Let the vessel identify itself. Yes, Lord Captain. The connection is established. Unknown vessel, we are receiving you. Identify yourselves. I repeat, identify yourselves. For a brief moment, the Vox only hisses and snaps, and then several voices at once start shouting over one another. Don't tell! Tell him! We are done for! Okay. This is Thunderfang. We are... One of the voices falters uncertainly and replaced by another. A merchant vessel. Do you copy? We are a private chent vessel. A merchant vessel? Of course they are. Damn my stupid head. Where did I hear that name before? Thunderfang. Ravor, damage report on the unknown vessel. Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by the guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridge has been almost completely obliterated. 2 of the engines are critically damaged. Somebody gave them a thrashing, so solid they barely managed to limp away. Thunderfang, why can we not identify you? You can make out a hoarse and furious whispering, even over the crackling of the static. Why? I don't know. What if? Certainly not. The whispering dies, and a clear, youthful voice cuts through the static. Our vessel is badly damaged. Damage is preventing the correct identification. We assure you, it's a full merchant vessel. Thunderfang does not require aid. Thunderfang, your vessel is badly damaged. What happened to you? The Vox responds by bursting into a cacophony of sounds, words, and emotions. Someone chuckles bitterly, another swears some foul expletives, and yet another hisses, furiously demanding that the others shut up. You manage to make out little from all the noise. We were just flying, minding our own business, straight out of the blue, and opened fire. Miracle we could get away. Emperor protected. And then more fire. Who? Void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. Our folks are left without our help. We never got to them. Thunderfang, now stop playing games and explain again what your business is here. And this time I highly recommend the truth. Happy now? What have you done, idiot? Or diet? I'm assuming that's supposed to be idiot. It is too late now. The Vox channel is again filled with an angry whisper of several voices. The whispers and static are drowned out by a clear and slightly frightened voice. Do you copy? We are from the Fellow of the Void. We do not come here to loot on different business. To help our own out of jail. Do not hurt. Please. We already had our Chronos cleaned. How about striking a deal? Our hull is full of goods. In case you're unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions in the Chronos Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics solely because they sometimes have Vox conversations with those whom they are about to board. Were it up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the micro-cannons to shake the scum loose from their decks. They certainly deserve it. The honeyed voice of the High Factorum interrupts the transition with a polite cough. I would wait on destroying the vessel if I were you. Although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward questions, the Fellowship of the Void remain a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find dealing with them acceptable, especially in a situation where performing a warp jump is impossible. Thunderfang, prepare for commercial exchange. Alright, what do we got here? Trade. Thunderfang, does a Rogue Trader wish to buy or sell? Alright, Fellowship's reputation. Our profit factor is 15. Alright, so this is what we can buy with our profit factor, and this has got to be the reputation here. War World Origin, Fencing Body Glove. It's nice. So to get this and these med kits, we need to have a reputation of 1500. Reputation. Alright, so we sell things to get reputation. This is appears to be how much reputation we're going to get by selling these things. It's like melee weapons, we get 100 reputation. Ranged weapons. So heretic trophies will give us 500. So once we sell that, let's find the 500 things. Jewelry is 300. That's not bad either. Another heretic trophy. This is 1,000. Another heretic. There we go. 1,500. Two, what do you got here? You get an axe, blinding grenade, and a reaper's cape. We don't have the stuff for that, or this one. Ooh, chargeability. That's good. You gotta need a lot of selling stuff. I think we're good with this stuff here. We're going to buy this. Oh, it doesn't lower our profit factor. That's nice. And we're going to buy this. All right. We have purchased from Thunderfang. I guess we're going to go talk to the governor now. Alright, let's look at all the stuff we have. Oh, this must be the stuff from the Drakari ship. So you can go to cargo. A blast pistol, the Drakari weapon proficiency. That's a awesome pistol. Dark blast. Oh, it's a straight line. Venom blade, Drakari weapon proficiency. We'll put these to cargo. I don't want to use Drakari weapons. Except maybe this monofilament grenade. Put that there. 50, 50, 10, 20. Base armor. 10% parry and 5% agility. 10% dodge. 10% parry, world power. What do you have? 21, 39, 31, 21. You definitely have something better. $33, 25, 54, 15. Much better dodge ability. Not as much with that. What do you got there? 25, 44, 25, 20. Yeah, this is better. We're going to swap that out. Whenever the wearer kills 2 or more enemies in a single attack, the attack does not spend all the wearer's movement points. Oh, that's nice. All right. Let's go talk to the governor. Greetings again, your lordship. Governor Medne offers Heinrichs a somewhat strange smile. Master von Kalex is pleased to see you in good health. I hope that you accomplished what you attended at the electrodynamic cenobium. The interrogator nods without saying a word. After an uncomfortably long pause, Medne clears his throat and quickly turns to you. I can't express how grateful I am for your help. Now that the insidious heretics' designs have been thwarted, nothing stands in the way of my plans or yours. With Aurora dead, the spirit of the revolt is waning. Entire squads of rebels are surrendering. We are witnessing the final days of the uprising. I have already signed the order to allocate 2,000 first-class Voidfarers to you. Their transfer to you should begin any minute now. We got 5 more profit factor, that's nice. I would also like to salute the savior of Ricard Minoris and have already a festive celebration to be held in your honor. We will celebrate your victory with an ancient custom, the Triumph. You will drive through the city streets accompanied by a guard of honor, as befits a hero who has vanquished the Imperium's enemies. While your trophies will be displayed to the jubilant crowds, let me know once you have begun your business in this have concluded your business in this system and are ready for the triumph to begin. Governor Medne is positively ablaze with enthusiasm. Cool, a triumph. Triumphs were done in ancient Rome for the emperors and generals that came back from a particularly successful campaign. But I'm guessing we're just ready to keep going. I am ready for my triumph. Excellent. We'll see each other at the square then. May the light of the throne be with you. Okay. Fly to the upper way.
It's about time.
The upper way. Your Lordship, peerless Lord von Valencius. I am the Master of Ceremonies of Ricard Minoris. Everything is in place for your triumph. Allow me to give you a brief summary of the upcoming event. Speak. You will take the road, now familiar to you, from here to the starport. You will be accompanied by your comrades in arms and a guard of honor. The body of the heretic known as the Prophet Aurora will be pulled in your wake as a battle trophy. A stop is planned in the middle of the road. There, grateful citizens will rush towards you, praising you for their salvation. Not to worry, this is a thoroughly choreographed interlude. The group of the group of the grateful people will be composed exclusively of loyal citizens vetted by us. members of the military, young people, attractive and physically fit, a few healthy children. Once they have said their praise, the procession will move on. Governor Medne will await you by the starport. It is also where the pyre has been built for burning the body of the heretic known as Aurora. You will be handed a flamer, blessed by a representative of the ecclesiasticary. You can choose to personally perform the burning, but if you wish to underscore the alliance between the House Von Valentius and House Winterscale, it will be fitting for you to pass the honor of the burning to Governor Medna. However, the choice is yours. An excellent plan. I am ready to start the triumph. Of course, your lordship. For the prepared vehicle. Alright, looking at the clock, this is a good place to call it here. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, and we leveled up. I've been Sir Joseph. You guys are awesome. Until next time, stay safe out there. And I'll talk to you later.